All right, guys and gals, welcome back. We are on our next project, which is lowering the Grom. And the reason we're going to lower the Grom is so that the wife can flat-foot it, so that she can learn how to ride without worrying about falling over. Today, we're going to be using all items from the Theruckshop. This is a place you can go to for all your Grom, Ruckus, Z125 needs when it comes to lowering, engine mods, customizations, anything you need, they got it. So for the front end, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna pull the caps off of the forks, and we gotta install these springs and spacers in there. And these are the spacers that go on top of there once we get done. And then we got some race bars, which you have to have when you lower, otherwise it'll hit the bottom of the factory bars. So we got the top triple, I guess is what you can call this, and then we got the bars. These bars are actually pretty heavy, but it's a Grom. We don't really care about weight savings right now. If it was one of the other bikes, then we would probably be going with some carbon fiber bars. And then we got the kit for the rear, which are these pieces right here. These are gonna lower the back of the bike, which is probably gonna be the most helpful part for her, because it's gonna lower the seat down. And yeah, so yeah, let me get the rest of this stuff taken out of the bags, and then we'll start taking everything apart. All right, now as you can see, we got everything out of the package, so let's go over to the bike. So this is what we got to do. We got to take the bar ends off, and then we got to take the clamps off over here, and then we got to take the controls off as well. And then once we get those off, we can get the bars off, which is done by these 4 bolts. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all ahead of time, these bar ends on the Honda Grom from the factory are a pain in the rear end to get off. I've already had at these. As you can see, kind of melted just a little bit right there, because I think they put Loctite on these from the factory, so you have to heat this up to get it out. I had to do, I used my heat gun, put it on there for like 5 minutes, and then I was able to get those out. But yeah, let me get set up, and then I'm gonna start taking all of this stuff apart. All right, so we got everything out the bars. So next thing we gotta do is we gotta get these 4 bolts out of the middle of here, and then these bars can come off, and then we can work on getting the caps off the top of the forks. So let's get to it. There we go. So these are the OEM bars that are coming off, and now move on to getting these caps loose on the top of the forks so we can install the new springs to lower it. So let's get on that. All right, so to get these off, I don't really want to scratch those up, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some blue painter's tape around it, because I have to use an impact socket. So I'm gonna do that, so just to prevent it from getting all scratched and beat up. Okay, we got everything off on this side. It's ready for the new setup and spacers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get this side off first. Of course, put the tape on first, and then go from there. just like that, we are ready to install our lowering setup. All right, so now that those are loose, now we'll start putting the springs in. All right, so the way we do that is this spacer with the crown on it, this one's gonna go down in the bottom. And you wanna make sure that it gets centered in there, which it is. And then we'll do the same thing for the other side. Alright, so now we got the springs in. And we did put the jack up under just to kind of raise it up a little bit. But now that we got that on, next are the actual spacers. So you're gonna take these and you're gonna screw them in. You're gonna take these and screw them in as tight as you can get them with your hand. Alright, so the kit comes with these washers that we're supposed to replace the bigger ones with. So we're gonna put that on there like that. And then this was in with the fat side up, so we're gonna put it back exactly how it came. It was no instructions for this, so it was mainly just trying to figure the crap out on our own. And as you can see over here, we got the washer and we got that fat side up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift the bike up a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna put our caps back on. As you can see, that's a lot harder than what it looks. So we're just gonna get it started, and then we're gonna get this one started as well. We're just gonna tighten these down. Alright, so now since we got the forks lowered, now we need to get the bars on. This is a little bit more in depth than the forks, so but it's still easy. Either way, let's get started. Alright, so now we're going to work on getting the controls back on. One thing that we do got to do is when we go to mount these back up, it's a little like prong in here that needs to go into a hole in the bar or a dent in the bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on, we're going to tighten it down, and it's going to mark where we need to drill at. So let's do that, and then we'll get everything put together once we get the hose done on both sides. All right, so there's the finished product. Looks pretty good. Like I said, we did order some bar end mirrors for this, so we can take these off actually right now. And we ordered a shorter kickstand because now we are going to be lowering the rear.